What's going on, guys? Drones and Dogs here. Welcome back to the channel. Alright, you guys. Today, I know you guys have been waiting for this one. I've been waiting for this one. The weather has been very crappy, very interesting around here today. Or not today, just through the month. I should say. It's been very crazy. But we are going to get a quick test flight just in front of the house. Nothing too crazy. Just in front of the house, a quick test flight of this Mevic Air. This is the SHRC Mevic Air, guys. The SHRC H6 is what they call it, and it comes with this cool case. I like this case. This case is very nice. You guys know I love when a drone comes with a case. I did do the unboxing yesterday, either yesterday, day before yesterday. I did the unboxing. It comes with a really nice case, instruction manuals, transmitter, charger, 2 batteries. They're proprietary batteries, of course. 3.7 volt, 1700 milliamp hour battery. Here is the transmitter. The transmitter is kind of labeled, but not really. I had to go through the instructions to see what all the buttons mean. So you got your antennas. I believe these antennas are fake. You have this dial right here. This dial actually kind of dust and stuff all over it. This dial actually activates the camera. It pitches the camera up and down on the servo. And then you have these 2 buttons here. This front button up here, this front button is your photo and video button. Short press it for a photo, long press it, activate the video. And then this button right here is for 360 flips and rolls. And then pressing in on the throttle stick is your speed adjustment. So you got 3 speeds, I believe, which is low, medium, and high speed. And then pressing in on the pitch and roll stick is how you would trim the quadcopter. So if it was drifting to a certain way, you would pitch it. You press in down on this, and you would pitch it, or press in and pitch it which way you want to trim out the quadcopter. So there's no actual manual trim buttons on this thing. You just have to press in on this and then trim it. Then you have your power switch here. You have your gyro calibration button here to calibrate the gyros. You have your 1 key takeoff, 1 key land, then long press it, and it's emergency stop, I believe. And then you have 1 key return right here. Yeah, 1 key return right here. And then you have your phone mount. You have your phone mount right here. This is where you're going to put your phone mount if you want to do it for FPV. Or if you was not using your phone, you could use it like a nice hand grip, guys. It'd be a nice little hand grip for you guys. So that's pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. And it takes 4 AAA batteries. So I have to correct myself from the unboxing. In the unboxing, I said it takes 3 AA. Well, I thought it did. It actually takes 4 AAA batteries, guys. Okay? So let's go ahead and get this Mevic Air all out and set up. Get it all out, unfolded, and we can go for our first official test flight. Now, it does supposed to have optical flow, so it is a bit breezy here today. So hopefully with this optical flow will assist us in helping us fly here today, guys. So look, it's a real cool design, the way these arms kind of just fold out here. Fold these arms out like so. We have a power button right here, optical flow camera right here, and our dedicated Wi-Fi FPV camera right here in the front, you guys. Please do not adjust manually, as the sticker says right here. And then you want to slide this 1700 milliamp hour battery. You get 2 of these bad boys, which is also nice. Look at that. Look at that. Really cool looking drone. I think it's cool. So hopefully it flies well. And then you also have the extended propellers so that they click into place as well. So you want to click these into place. You must do this, guys, or the drone will not fly correctly. So make sure you do this before each flight. Make sure these propellers click into place, or this thing will fly really wonky. So there we go, guys. We got the Mevic Air ready to go. So give me a moment, get this bad boy set up. Let's do. So let's go ahead and get my phone out. I need to take my phone out of the case because it barely fits in this thing with the case on. Take my phone out of the case. So in here. Okay. So go ahead and turn on the drone. Power button is in the rear, so let's turn on the drone. Lights are flashing. turn on the transmitter. Up, down. Now we should be bound. Let's press that calibration button. The lights flash. You probably can't see it, but they did. So let's get into our Wi-Fi settings here and connect to the Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi and some numbers. So Wi-Fi 946 blah 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 blah, some numbers. Connect to that. So now that we're connected to that, we're going to go ahead and, of course, we're going to go ahead and start a screen recording. So let's go ahead and get a screen recorder going. So screen recording, 3, 2, 1. Screen recorded is started, you guys. So now that we got the screen recorder started, the app we want is the KYFPV app. So let's get to the KYFPV app. Let's go ahead and click on Start Initialization. There we go, guys. There is our Wi-Fi FPV feed. So you can see exactly what the drone is seeing. So a little laggy there. So typical Wi-Fi FPV feed. Camera doesn't look the greatest, but it is what it is, guys. So we have calibrated the compass of this drone. We should be able to take off. Let's go ahead and start the recording through the app. Let's see if we can do it first through the transmitter here first. Let me go ahead and long press. And yes, the recording started through the transmitter. So long press it and stop it. That's saved. And let's go ahead and start it through the app. Record it started through the app. So that's pretty cool. So we should be able to hit this 1 key takeoff. And it just unlocks the motors, and we gotta throttle up. So 1 key takeoff just unlocks the motors. We are in the first rate. It's a little breezy here. I want to see if the optical flow is gonna catch. I'm not gonna touch anything. See if it holds. Right now it's got a little drift going on. Little drift. It's kind of holding. It's trying like it's trying to find its position. See, it's not really holding that much. We are in the first rate here. I'm gonna let go. Let him go. See if it holds. Nope, not really holding there. So, see if I can click it in on the throttle stick. That's the second rate. I'm just gonna let go, see if it optical flow will hold. Nope, it's just drifting. I don't know if it's not reading, catching the ground, but it just drifted. Yeah, so the optical flow doesn't seem to be catching anything. We're in the second rate here. First rate, I wasn't getting too much pitch or control with it. So now we are in the first rate here. The wind is getting on it, so let's go ahead and the third rate now. We are in the third rate, guys. So it's not a fast quad. So in high wind, you definitely want to be in the third rate. Look at that. And I'll give it is a bit breezy here. It's a shame that the optical flow is not catching though. Sometimes when these drones get warmed up or get flying for a minute, things will start working correctly. So we'll give it a minute and see if the optical flow wants to catch. I'm gonna let go now. Yep, see, it's still drifting. Still drifting with the wind, so optical flow is not great on this one. So let's go up a little bit. I don't wanna go too high, being that this is just a brush motor quad, but I wanna go up and see if I can angle down that camera some. There you go. Yeah, you can. So you can adjust the camera. That's all the way down. Let's angle it back up. Get back over here, bugger. So I'm angling the camera back up now. And that's all the way up. All right. So with a little cheap $40 drone, you got adjustability from the transmitter. That's rare, pretty much. You don't usually get that. Now, I'll be honest, the camera isn't the greatest, but you gotta keep in mind this thing costs $40, guys, and it's flying. The main thing is it's flying. So especially if this was like for a kid or beginner, this would be a decent first drone. You know what I'm saying? They don't really need a DJI Phantom or, you know what I'm saying, or a Parrot, a Naffy, or a Mevic for their first drone. They can get something like this and be cool with it. Oh, so it does supposed to have 360 flips, but it's kind of windy here. And I really don't want to try the flips right now with this much wind. Especially with the optical flow not working correctly. But the wind's dying down a little bit. We'll try one. Let's see if I can. No, it's not doing any flips, so. Nope, it's not flipping, so. Which is, I don't mind anyways. With these brush gear motor quads, you really don't want to be doing too many flips anyway. So we got 4.5 minutes of recording going with this bad boy. And I'm not sure about how much flight time we're supposed to get on these batteries. I forget what the listing says. But as a flyer, let's just say skip the camera and all that stuff. As a flyer, this thing is flying pretty decent. I just wish the optical flow was working. That's not working though. But the drone is flying good. Nice and responsive on the sticks. I haven't felt any lag in the controls or the commands. It's doing everything I wanted to do when I give it input on the controls. Besides flip, of course. Like I said, keep in mind we've been in third rate majority of this whole flight because it's just breezy day. This thing is pretty light. You don't have to worry about registering this. This is way underneath the 249 gram mark. It's way underneath that. I don't even think it's 200 grams. So you don't have to worry about registering this in certain countries. So except like Canada. I think Canada, anything with a camera, you got to register. So nice little toy grade flyer, guys. Nice toy grade bird. It's flying pretty decent. It really is. I would say this: if you was getting this for, you wanted like a cheap camera bird, then you wouldn't want to get it for the camera. But if you want a good flyer that just happens to have a camera, maybe you could do a little bit of, you know, recording. But it flies well, and this is what you want. And not have to break the bank. This is it right here. This is a nice flyer. And it looks cool, how it folds out and all that stuff. I like the look of it. So, and you got adjustability to adjust the camera, so. We're coming up on 7 minutes of recording, so it's getting a decent flight time. Control distance is supposed to be about 100 meters in range, and I think Wi-Fi is only about maybe 30 to 50 meters, so it's not a long range quad at all, guys. Keep it close, and you shouldn't have any problems. Not looking at the Wi-Fi feed too much. I'm not seeing if we have any breakups. I can't really tell, so you got to be. See, now the wind is getting on it up there. Yeah, the wind is getting on it. I'm full forward on the sticks and barely being able to fight that breeze. So you're definitely not a speedy bird, and definitely don't fly this in too much of wind. Eight minutes of recording right now. Just hit 8 minutes. But not a bad flyer at all. I would say for the money, 40 bucks, yes. If this thing was like 100 bucks, I would say no, definitely a no. But the $40 range, yeah, it's worth that. I would say it definitely is. Think about that. What can you get a drone like this for 40 bucks at Walmart? Nope. You couldn't. You're probably gonna end up with one of them little cheap little sharper image joints or one of them little LED light up things for like $40 from Walmart. You won't get nothing with like this, and it won't have no camera on it, and it won't probably fly as good as this either. So, and it won't come with a carry bag. So you're getting a lot for $40. You gotta keep price point in mind on stuff. You gotta keep price point in mind on stuff. Cause I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, the camera doesn't. Oop. Low battery on my phone, so I'm getting low battery on my phone. Gotta go ahead and just bring this in. I don't want my phone to. We got 9 minutes of recording, guys. You know, it's gonna stop the recording, save it, but start bringing it in. But yeah, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, the camera doesn't look like no Mevic. It doesn't fly like no Mevic, but it doesn't cost so much as a Mevic costs either. I don't even. You couldn't even get a Mevic battery for the price of one of these. You know, so keep price point in mind on stuff, guys. This thing is flying pretty well, and it's outlasting my phone right now because my phone is actually about to die. You know, so look at this bad boy, Mevic Air. Cool little flower, man. For the price, I'm cool with it. Look at it. Lights are flashing, so I don't know if that means LVC or not. I don't know what that means or not. So let's hit this land button. So I hit automatic land. I'm just gonna guide it down. The motor shut off instantly. The Mevic Air, guys. So my phone is probably finna die. So I'm gonna go ahead and cap this review off. We definitely will do a follow-up flight, but I like this thing. For the price point, it's pretty decent. Like I said, only two gripes I can say. The only two cons I can say is the optical flow didn't work and the camera is not the greatest. But look, there's no breakups or nothing like that. So I mean, it is what it is. You get what you pay for. The Mevic Air. You can pick this bad boy up on Amazon for $40 if you're interested. Good flyer for beginners. Come with 2 batteries, carrying case. What more could you ask for? I'm your boy, Drones and Dogs. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you guys in the next episode. I am out. Deuces.